Hey, what's up guys? I'm going to be going over creating a day and night cycle. I'm first going to go kind of over the built-in system that's kind of already in it. I think it's kind of like an older method, but still works, I think. And then I'm going to go over more manual way of doing it. There's going to be two separate ways. But yeah, I'm going to do that stuff. The first one is pretty easy. I'm just gonna show it real quick. I'm gonna create a new level first. So let me just go into, I'm just gonna do an open world. So I'm in an open world. I'm gonna control space here. And what I wanna look for is inside the engine in here. It's gonna be like a skybox. Skysphere, not skybox. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to take it and I'm going to drag it in here. So you're going to see it pop up right here. I'm going to replace the sky sphere I already have because this is what it looks like, this sky sphere. Man, you can see they're fighting over control right now. But let's see, let me just delete this. And this is what the sky sphere looks like. And it looks like that because the setting on it right now is it's turned, let me just show, the sun height's down here. So if I put this sun all the way up, you can see it gets back to like a normal sky. But the nice part about this that you didn't see with the previous version is that you have now stars. So if I put this all the way down, you'll see stars in the sky when the sun goes past a certain level. And you can actually change the star brightness, cloud speed, sun brightness, all this other stuff here. Of course, it's still bright out because you have a directional light here, which, where is, yeah, intensity. You can drop the intensity as it gets slower to the end or whatever. Actually, let me just put like 1 or something. Okay, that's still really freaking bright. Never mind. 0.2. Okay, that's still bright. Let me just click it and let me rotate it. It's kind of too dark. Doesn't look right. Kind of got to play with it a little bit. Looks better, but still not quite right. But you can see what I'm going for. This is the built-in system, and you can play with this a lot more and get it to the level that you want. So the other method that I have here is going to be a little bit more manual, in that you're going to have a lot more control over it. Like you can grab your own type of sky to put in the atmosphere. So let me start a new level here. I'm going to create a new open world. Sure. I don't care, I'm not going to use that again. And here we are, same setup as before. I'm not going to grab that thing that I did last time. Instead, I'm going to be using directional lights to be our thing. So we have a directional light here. And where's the... Alright, I'm going to zero this out. And is it -90? Yeah, -90 will put it straight up in the sky right above you. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that and I'm going to duplicate it. So that we have 2 of these now. I'm going to call this something else because I'm going to get confused. Alright, so this is going to be like sunlight. And the other one is going to be, where did it go? Oh, right here. It's going to be nightlight. And you can see I have an error right now. Not an error, but these two things are competing for one another. I'm going to make this priority, let's see, just look up priority. And you just change the priority by typing a number in here, and it'll go down the list of priorities. So I'm making this 1. And so this is really bright, and I have both things right over top of each other. So let me take the sunlight, and since it's -90 to have it right up in the sky, we're just going to put in 90, and it's going to be right below us. But it's still kind of bright for nighttime, right? So I'm going to click on the night light, and we're going to make this a lot smaller. Let's say 0.2. 0.2. And as you can see, the sky got quite a bit darker, but for whatever reason, the landscape is not getting darker as well. So I can actually fix this with a post-process volume. And I'm going to unbound it, which means that it'll extend across your entire world. So I'm just going to hit a check mark here. And then I'm going to go find under min, EV, and max, and we're going to make them both 1. And that kind of fixes the brightness problem with the ground. So I'm just gonna save this real quick. Sure, it can be new map, why not? I don't really care about the naming right now. Name your something that makes sense though. So now I have a night light and I have a daylight. And they travel around here. Let's see. How bright is this? So this is the Y rotation here. So we're gonna change that later on. That's at 90 there. And that's super, super bright. Oh, that is kind of blinding. So what I'm gonna change this to is something lower. I'm gonna do like half as much. And you can play with the lighting as much as you want. You can even change like the light color tint, maybe for the nighttime, add more of a bluish tint or something like that, or yellow, whatever. But I'm not gonna mess with that. But the option's right here. So next we're gonna make it actually rotate on its own. Let me change this back. The heck did I do? Whatever. That'd be right in the middle of the sky, so 90. Okay, so I'm gonna start it off like this. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go and hit this thing right here, and then it says open level blueprint, and I'm gonna open this up. And for this, I am going to only use the event tick. I don't even need that thing. I'm gonna add a variable here, and this is going to be the sun speed. And this is gonna be of type float. And I'm gonna take the sun speed, well, let me compile it. And then you can put whatever speed you in here. I'm gonna make it go really fast so we can see it change really quickly. But I'm gonna move this here, getting the sun speed, and I'm gonna multiply it. Multiply it by the delta seconds here. And then I'm gonna attach this to a make rotator. And I'm gonna rotate across the y-axis, because that's what I'm rotating across on the thing. And I need to get a reference to the sunlight thing, and if you right click, you can create a reference here, or you can just go in here and drag this in, but I can just create a reference this way. And then I'm going to get actor rotation. Oh, I need to add, okay, I need to add actor local rotation. So I'm going to add this to the thing. And this is the thing it's going to affect. It's going to affect the sunlight. So if I compile and save this, it should rotate across the sky. And you'll see it soar really freaking quickly. And then it goes across the horizon. So now I'm going to set up stars. So let me just create a branch here. And we're going to make conditions for when it reaches certain points. So I'm going to just duplicate this. If you click whatever you're clicking on and you just press Control and then D, it will put this down here. So let me get this actor's rotation. And I'm going to split it between two things. And I need to make this equal. Let's see. And we want to test to see. We're going to see if it's equal to where it reaches the horizon here. So let's see. We want to reach the horizon points here. Wait, let me duplicate this. So we have this, we have this, and I'm just going to make these zeros. This is also going to attach here. And these are going to meet two branching conditions. The first one being here, and the second one being here. If you hold down B and then click, it will summon a branch. Let me just do that, and then I'm going to true across this. No, if it's false, then I want it to do this. So if this is true, it's going to do this, and it's going to do this one time. So do once. And then it's going to do a sequence of things. So I'm going to change the material that's going to be the sky. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to compile save. I'm going to grab the SM Sky Sphere, and we're just going to change the sky here. So I'm going to right click, and then I can create a SM Sky Sphere reference. So I'm taking this and I am going to drag off, and I'm going to set the material to a static mesh component. Oops. And I'm actually going to need two of these, so I'm going to Control D, and I can just take this and drag it into this target as well. And this is going to go in here. And what's going to go in here is we're going to find a material for the day and the night cycle. And let me look for this. It's like, so I'm going to use procedural sky daytime and procedural sky night. So I'm just going to drag this into here for procedural sky daytime, and then I can just drag this for procedural sky night. And I'm just going to drag these both in here. So now under this, over here, under this true, we're going to grab this and do this once. And we're pretty much going to copy this the same way. I'm going to do a sequence here. And then I'm going to drag this over here. Now I'm going to take this and I'm going to set this as the reset for the other one. So I can just crisscross here. And so what this is doing is it's allowing me to, after it goes past a certain point, if that condition is true, it's going to do this once. and doing once is going to go through it once, and then it's not going to let you do it again until you reset it. So it's going to go through the sequence, and it's going to set this material, and then if this is already locked, which won't be on the first time, but the second time it will reset this do once for the bottom one. The same way this one's going to reset the top one. And then, so if it's no longer the condition and that it's false, this is no longer true. So it's going to be false. Then it's going to drop down to this one. And if this is true, then it's going to do this, which puts it into the nighttime level or the nighttime sky, and it will reset this one. So I'm going to compile and save this, and I'm going to hit play. Oh, where the heck is the sun? And then you'll see that's the night sky that we have here. And then it should come back up. And there's no more stars, and then the stars come back, and it'll just keep going on and on. Hey, I know I was gonna only share 2 methods with you, but I might as well share the third method. The third method is just go into the Fab Marketplace and looking up stuff. Sometimes they have exactly the assets that you need for things. So here's options for skies and stuff like that. I actually haven't even used this one, but it's got 4.5 stars out of 303 reviews, and it's free. So sometimes you might just want to go and check out the assets in the Unreal Marketplace that might have exactly what you need when it comes to this stuff. But yeah, that's all I wanted to share with you. So have a good one.